Okay, you're live now. Any volunteer to offer the opening prayer?
I can say it.
Thank you.
Okay. Our dear Heavenly Father, we're so grateful for this beautiful day, for this opportunity to meet together as a Business 321 group. We're grateful, Heavenly Father, for the opportunity to be students at one of the universities, and ask that Thy Spirit will please be with us in this meeting, and that we might be able to edify one another and help each other grow. And so these things in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen. Thank you so much. Okay. A little brief about the case study. So we were in a trip with some friends, and like in a canoe trip, but there were some issues, little accidents, and we are kind of wet and injured. Most of the things that we had kind of got lost. We had like very little food. What else did you guys remember about the case that you think which are the most critical things or the most important things that happened after that we hit it?
I'd say the big holes in their canoes are pretty big that they had. One of them, I think, was like 12 inches, and the other one, I don't remember the other size, but their canoes got pretty roughed up.
Yeah, that's key issue.
Well, there was some personal injury done to people. I mean, I think 2 of them had broken legs or something like that.
There's one guy with a broken leg. What else? It's cold, the weather, the environment, the rescue opportunities.
Hello,
Okay, Michael is here.
I'm here.
Welcome, Michael.
How's it going?
Okay, we just started. We were kind of reviewing the case study. The situation, the canoe trip, and we had this little accident, and there's one person with one broken leg. There are people injured. It's cold, and pretty much the clothing is wet. We don't have like much food, but we have some items. Okay.
Cool.
Is there anything else that you want to add about the situation that could be kind of critical? This is important because based on this is what or how we that would be more important to keep. Mm-hmm. Also, Michael, if you don't have it open, please open your the table where you ranked the items, please.
Okay.
Because we are going to use it in the meeting. Okay.
All right.
Well, I think that's kind of pretty much the just. Okay. Now let's talk about the items we have. We have like 14 items, and with your table open, we're going to discuss what do you think would be the most important items in the ranking order. The most important would be number 1, and so on. And why would be the most important item in this situation to save our lives, to be rescued, because we're kind of lost. So what do you guys think would be the most important item that we should have or we should keep in this where we are?
I put
Well-
map.
Well, I put
that
down
at-
matches as
Okay, just you said the map.
I put the map. I think the map would be really important. But this morning I was thinking about it a little more, and I realized that they could probably just follow the river. Probably they were kayaking down the river, canoeing down the river to where they were going. So I'm starting to reconsider whether or not the map is the most important thing.
Okay, well, that's a good point. Cooper?
My thoughts were my number one was the food. I was personally thinking more like if I'm that injured and kind of that messed up, my number one concern is taking care of myself right now, and I'm gonna get myself out of it. I ain't going any farther on the trip. Whatever's fastest to get me home, type of a thing.
Okay, that's a good point. Maria, what do you think would be the most important item?
down the matches because I was thinking of these because this is cold at night and this would be important fire.
Okay, yeah, that's a very good point.
For me, the water purification tablets, because you know you can survive many days without food, but you need to drink water. So that was my number one thing.
Okay, I kind of agree. Although I have another item. Michael, what's your number one item?
Well, I'm gonna probably go the same thing with food because you're not gonna be able to catch very much out there. So food is gonna be the number one.
I'm sorry, did you say?
Food.
Okay, thank you. And I also said it was food. Okay, so kind of most of us agree on food, but we have some different points of view, which is water, the purification tablets. First, Josh said map. So we have to come up with a consensus. What would, and we have to agree on one. But since we have like different point of views, what do you guys say? Do you still keep with food or keep with? I also agree that it's more important to drink water. You can survive more days without food, but not without drinking water. So at first I had thought about it. Although then I thought that probably the most important urgent thing, I mean, we should care about would be to first have some food and to able to make a plan or something.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you on that. Dulce, that like in the situation we're at right now, I feel like the most important thing is figuring out like, okay, where like what our plan is. Like once we set a plan of, okay, both our canoes are broke, we lost all of our stuff. What are we doing? Are we going farther? Are we staying where we're at? Are we, you know, then I feel like, you know, some of that kind of depends. If we're going to be out there, then, you know, the water makes sense. Because if you have a way to have water all the time, then, I mean, that's one of your big concerns right there, taken off the list. So I agree that that would be one of the top ones for sure, just to having that finalized, I think.
So what do you guys think? Do you guys think they should go like try and find like their destination or stay where they are? Because I didn't even think about that. I just like assumed they were going to press on, but now I'm kind of thinking maybe they should just stay where they are if they've hurt injured people and you know, all that good stuff. Then I think maybe matches would be the most important. So they can make a fire, it keeps them warm at night, and it's kind of the signal.
I think that was just Josh said. I also said that having an event would be important if you want to get out of there and maybe, I don't know, try to find some help. On the other side, I don't know if I would actually go somewhere alone or with somebody else. With another possibility that would actually at last even more. So.
What would you?
Okay, so Michael said, well, whiskey would be the last, said Michael. Peter said the whiskey is good for mosquitoes bite. I didn't know that. And Michael said fire to boil water is very important. I agree with that. And Josh said he agrees with fire. There would be no need for water purification tables if you could boil the water. That's a good thing, but do we have something where to boil the water?
Use the canoe.
Exactly, Ginger said that's true, but how are you going to boil the water if we don't have a pot? That's what I thought about it.
Yeah, that's a question.
So, does anyone
Well-
have a reason to?
Sorry.
Sorry, go ahead, Yendri.
No, in that case, the tablets also doesn't work. We're gonna put it, we don't have a pot to put the water and put the tablets,
Fill up the
I
canoe
saw
and put
works,
tablets in it.
I saw works that you can actually put water in a jacket, and it won't go out all the water, but
Like a pot with leaves,
So you know, it's a very good question. Which is the most important item?
To me, the water tablets,
It's still okay.
I think I agree. If you had water tablets, that would be good, and I agree. Matches is a good one. So whether one's number one and the other's number two, or kind of either way, because I feel like those two would be kind of at the top. If you have water and you have something to keep you warm, but at the same time, if it's raining, it's going to be very hard to start a fire as well because everything's going to be wet. So
Yes.
I don't know
That's
if
also-
the matches would affect us there.
Okay, what do you guys think? Dorian, Josh, Michael.
Well, if you're using the
What's
whiskey,
our even good and Okay, the fire can matches.
yeah, so the whiskey would jump up there if then you can use the whiskey to start the fire.
Okay, yeah, that's a good point. Michael?
Let's see. Well, if you have like you have a shoelace, you can start a fire with a shoelace. So, but you might not have shoes though.
Yeah. So we have like two options. I don't know if you want to vote or if you want to keep persuading others.
So is anyone opposed to having the water tablets as first?
Me,
No, I think.
Yeah,
I still
what do you
believe
think
that.
should be first?
I'm sorry?
Oh, I just heard Yendri say she was opposed to the water tablets. I'm interested in what she thinks should be first.
sorry, somehow I just hear half what you guys are saying because something, I don't know if it's my internet connection, so I just hear half of what you are saying, and I understood who voted for water. That's why I say me.
Oh.
Sorry.
Okay.
I don't know if
Yes,
it's my computer, but also your pictures are jumping, you know? Everyone is jumping on the screen. I don't know if it's me or it's happening to everybody else.
Oh yeah, whenever somebody talks or there's a noise, well, the screen of the computer will that's fine.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we started with food, then everybody forget about the food. Then we have water purification tablets, and then we have matches. I personally I would prefer the matches, though, because it's cold, it's also important to keep warm because it's, temperatures goes from ranges 25 to 70 Fahrenheit in the same day, and temperatures can. So according to what I researched about temperature in Celsius degree, that would be very cold, and it's also important to keep warm. So I would prefer the matches. But what do you guys?
I think I remember in Boy Scouts hearing I don't know if I remember this all right, but it was like the first thing you do when you're lost is build a fire. So
Yeah, so that's great.
maybe, I don't know. But I could go for matches. I could go for matches.
2 for matches, 1 water tablets.
So
Cooper,
so
what do you think?
matches first, water tablet second.
I could do that.
I can do that.
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay. Michael?
I agree.
I'm in.
Do you agree, Julian?
I'm good.
Okay. So everybody please fill that in your column C.
Can I ask a question? Who is gonna check on the you know, sorry, and when they say group ranking, somebody needs to write down our ranking. We all have to do it, or
We all have to have it, because then we are going to compare our own ranking with our group ranking. So everybody needs to compare. And, okay? So please, everybody. Matches first, then water purification tablets. What do you think would be number 3?
I will say the compass to get out of there.
Okay. Cool.
A flare gun. A flare gun. No, that doesn't happen. Let's see.
Well, according to your tables, it's number 3. Josh.
I put water tablets. My next one would be I put sleeping bags.
Okay, sleeping bags are number 3.
So that's if they're staying in place. Everything we're planning for right now is that they're kind of like they're not going somewhere.
Okay, Julian, what was your number 3?
I had number 3 as plastic covering the map but then I have number 4 sleeping bags. So I'm fine with sleeping bags at number 3.
Well, are we talking that we're gonna like hunker down and stay the night, or are we saying we're gonna get out of there as far as we can that night?
I say hunker down.
Because I mean, if we're gonna build a fire, then I think we would be planning on like staying in one place, have a fire, warm up, regroup.
Okay, so what are number 3?
My number 3 would be sleeping bags.
Okay.
I agree.
So I had said that water purification, but since we already chose that as number 2, I will say 1, 2. I would say the map. Just trying to get out of there. But I think most of us, well, most of you chose the sleeping bags. I'm sorry, can you remind me who said something else?
Who? Have a number 3. Well, I said a compass, and number 4 a map. But because my idea is to try to get out of there as soon as possible, you know.
Okay. Yeah, I agree with that. So,
But everybody else seems to. The sleeping bags are more important. I don't know.
it's just that, as you can see, we have like different kind of point of view. Probably because, yeah, Jeffrey is willing to go out as well as I am, and some of you are willing to stay warm and safety. So that's a difference, you know. So do we want to go and try to find help? There's people hurt, or do we want to stay for the night with that nice fire?
One question I have is, do we have the option of getting out? Because kind of how the readings were saying, like, made it sound like our permits for 4 days, they're like, so no one's gonna come and look for you for 5 days, so you have to stay out there the whole time, or can we get out of there faster if possible? You know what I mean? Like, is she trying to say we have to stay out there the whole time and figure it out, or can we leave?
Well, that's our choice. Actually, that's
Yeah, that's
the
true.
item. So it's up to you. Do you want to stay?
Bags.
But that's if we can
Okay.
only get out if we have our canoes, because it takes a canoe 4 days to get out, it says, you know. So if we can't fix those with the duct tape, then we're going to be sitting, if we're walking out, then it's going to take who knows how long.
So there's no way to go backwards. The only way to get out is to go forward, right?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yes. Yes.
When you
Well, but
backtrack, going backtracking, you're gonna use more energy, so you don't want to do that.
Well, I was just thinking, you know, I'm just kind of trying to think of it realistically. If we put in a canoe and that first day we got in a crash, whatever, we're not very far from where we put in at.
Right.
And so we know once we get back to where we put in at, we know how to get home from there, type of a thing. And so my thoughts is if that was an option, I would think do that kind of like Yenji was saying and get out of there as soon as possible. And I feel like that would be the quickest way, is just, you know, that way. Whereas the other way, if we're having to walk through it all the way to the end, that's going to take you, 4 days by canoe. Who knows how long by foot?
Mhm.
Well, but it's 60 miles from the time where we put in to the nearest city or the nearest town. So we're going to be waiting there anyway for the rescue party to come find us.
You know what? It's interesting, Cooper. You had almost convinced me to stay warm, but now they just say that.
Well, no, I would have no problem going back to where we started, but then to hike it, we're knowing it's going to be a 60-mile trip. We can just stay there and wait till the rescue party comes because they're going to be coming up there anyway.
So in that case, number 3 can be food. It looks like we're gonna stay there for a few days, so we need to eat.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we have probably 3 options. The map, get out of there, or the food.
Now, hey, does anybody remember from the reading we could get back across?
I don't remember it saying anything about being able to get back, and that's what my question was, if that's allowed or not. Because from what I could see, it didn't say anything about being able to get back. It just said about going forward.
Yeah.
Well, like I know in the reading it said that there's areas that we could walk or take the canoes across. I come to one of those areas where we got injured at, or are we going to be in a world of hurt because we're kind of stuck in no man's land? Because we can't use the canoes to go back.
Yeah, so it was kind of saying where we crashed at was one of those places where we should have gotten out and walked, but we decided to go through it anyways. And our canoes got beat up and broken up and stuff. And so, I mean, we're still just on the side of the river. Is that what you're asking, Durian, or are you asking something else?
Well, no, I'm just trying to figure out, what would be our best choice there, because we're trying to get people to come and find us. It might be 5 days. We can't go back to where we were at. We may not have the ability to use the canoes, and we have people any better served just to grin and bear it right there and just camp or set up camp and make the best of what we got.
Yeah.
I agree. We have injured people. I don't know that we could even make it back the way we came, if it's 20 miles, upstream, uphill or downhill.
Yeah.
With someone that's got a broken leg, that might take just as long.
Just remember something that I said, no one knows for sure where you are. So, and nobody's gonna look for us after 5 days. We are expected to be there back in 4 days. If we don't show up, so they're gonna send somebody to look for us. But in the meantime, we arrive for 4 days, and no one know for sure where we are.
So let's stick to food. Probably
Either try to get ourselves or just hang out with the sleeping bags and wait 4 days, try to survive 4 days, and they will send somebody to look for us.
Yeah. So it says in the reading, it says, and I think Durian kind of mentioned this, the closest road from where we're currently at, the closest road is 15 to 18 miles away. It doesn't say in which direction. And then from there, it's 60 miles to the nearest town.
Wow, that's a long
Wow.
way.
And so if we were to get to, you know, if we're saying get out of there, it would take us 18-mile hike just to get to the nearest road. And then from there, we could hitchhike or, you know, but I mean, it doesn't really say anything about that. So I don't know if she's letting us have that option or if she's saying that that's not an option. You have to, you know what I'm saying? You have to wade through it for 4 days and figure it out.
Mhm.
I think that's optional, you know, because we have the things to stay. That's the food, you know, the cheese, the salami.
Right.
Have notating devices, you know, that we can go in the water, and a compass and a map to try to get out. The yellow frisbees for, but
That's for entertainment.
for sure is number 14.
I think we all agreed on that one.
Yeah.
Okay, so again, what would be number 3? I would stick to food. I think.
What's your question? Sorry.
What is number 3?
Number 3, Henry. Still, I think you said
I
the
would say the
compass. I'm sorry, what was it again?
I think the sleeping bags are our best bet.
Josh?
I think the sleeping bags, but now I'm starting to think, man, 16 miles you can do in a day. You get duct tape, you get the map, the compass, duct tape and paracord. You make a little whatchamacallit to carry the people that are hurt, and you spend one night and you get to the road. But I don't know what the train's like, so I would go with sleeping bags.
Because, I mean, I kind of think if we're going with the idea of getting out of there, maybe don't try to do it as fast as possible, but stay one night and then head out the next day. Because we can get 15, 18 miles in one day if we start in the morning, you know, we get out to the road, and then heck, if we got to camp by the side of the road for a night until someone picks us up.
That's not bad. Not as bad.
In the sleeping bags.
So sleeping bag? Cooper?
I think sleeping bag and then food would be my 3 and 4.
Yes, me too. 3 and 4.
I can agree with that.
Okay, so sleeping bags. Number 3.
Alright.
4.
Hey, I have a question.
Yeah.
If we leave the river and we go on the road, a possible food supply by not having that close enough to us?
Possibly, but one thing it said
Right.
on the same discussion, it said in this area, the the terrain is 70% land and 30% water. So our chances of running into some type of a water source again as we're walking 18 miles is very high.
Okay, all right.
You know, and if we had a map, I'm sure we could pick it that way so that we do cross a water supply as we go to the road. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, that's fine.
I
I
think
have
map
a
and compass are next.
question.
Go
Okay, go
ahead.
ahead.
If we don't show up in 4 days, they're gonna send somebody to look for us. And if we're going in the canoe, they're gonna look close to the river, you know? Walking, we're gonna take a road and then we're gonna take another road. And it's gonna be more difficult for them to find us because, you know, they are assuming we're in the canoe, something happened to them, let's start looking at the side of the river, you know? That's my thinking, I don't know.
Yeah, I think if we have the matches, though, you know, we can throw a bunch of green twigs on it and get some good smoke going no matter where we are. A helicopter can find you. And we're just going 15 miles one way, 16 miles, so they should be able to still find us, I think.
I would think so, yeah.
Okay, so what would be ranking for the map and the compass, which is something Gendry has been mentioning?
So that's gonna be 5 and 6? Compass and map?
I would agree with map number 5. Still, I'm not sure about the compass.
I don't know, you can't do much without a map without a compass. You can't do much. Especially when you're in the middle of nowhere, surrounded by trees.
Right.
You don't know which way's north, which way's south, which way's east, which way's west.
You'll be waiting, looking at the sun, hope somebody knows where it sets and where it rises.
Yeah, I hear.
Pull out your sundial.
Yeah, I think the map and the compass have to go together wherever they are, kind of deal.
What about a parachute?
The parachute cord.
Yeah.
I think that.
And what is that for?
I think
Yeah,
you gotta
what
use
we
that to
need
make.
to use it
Oh man, what are those things called that you carry people on?
It's
I want to call it a hammock for some reason.
I know what you're
tarp,
talking about. The actual ones are gurneys, but I know what you're talking where you just like wrap it around like some twigs or something, and then you hold on
Yeah,
to
make
the...
like a stretcher for those injured people to carry them out.
I'm glad you're buff, Josh, because I can't carry that thing for 15
Oh
miles.
no! I was planning on dual city and you carrying the whole thing, so I'm one of the injured people.
Might need a body bag.
No, I think I'm kind of there with Josh. I think if we're doing map 5, then compass needs to be 6, because I think they both go hand in hand.
Yeah.
Is my opinion. If we're doing the map as number 5.
Okay, so do you guys agree with that?
I
I agree with that.
Gendry?
Yeah, I do. So, 5 and compass 6, right?
Do you agree, Michael?
I sure do, yes.
Okay. So I had said my sheet that compass should be number 6. I have had compass in the past, but I didn't. know how to use them anyway, so it would be useless for me actually.
We'll teach you how to use it.
Okay, so again, just a little recap. Matches, number 1. Water purification tablets, number 2. Sleeping bags, number 3. Number 4. Is that a food?
Yeah, number 4 was food.
Okay,
Yes.
and 6, the compass. So we have 8 items left. What do you think? Why?
Insect repellent. Insect repellent.
Okay. It should be the next one.
What about clothes? Remember that it's raining, it's wet, and oh, but the clothes is wet. No, I don't want it.
I mean, the insect repellent is going to be, if you're getting bit real bad, you can have allergic reactions. So you want to keep your skin safe.
Okay. Josh, what do you think should be number 7?
I don't know about insect repellent. I'm thinking more things like insect bites won't kill me. So what's here will save my life.
Okay.
Unless you're allergic, then yeah, you're kind of
Right.
done for. I think I would probably take either for the sake of being able to get out, I would take the parachute cord or the duct tape, because you got the injured people. You got to be able to make something to help them along.
Yeah, I agree more with that. Julian, what would be your number 7?
Well, I was thinking the parachute cord, or thinking you could use those like a crutch or
I'm sorry, what was the second one? It was a parachute cord, and what was the other one?
I like cord.
I can hear him. Cooper, what would be your number 7?
I think I'd have to agree with Josh on that one. If we're planning, stay the night and the next day we're heading out of there, I think, the fire and the smoke does really good to keep away insects and anything like that. So I think for me, the next one would have to be either parachute or duct tape.
Okay. Oops, gender's none. When I would say duct tape, because I think that we had 2 broken fishing poles, and maybe we could just with the duct tape, and maybe
Is anyone planning on keeping the
That's a great
canoes,
idea.
or are we just
Yeah.
ditching the canoes behind?
I'm sorry,
Ditching the canoes in an arrow pointing where we went.
I'm sorry, what are you saying?
Oh, I was just saying, is anyone planning on still keeping the canoes to use them, or are we planning on just ditching them behind and getting out of there?
Well, I don't know what else you can do in the condition they're in.
Yeah, because that I asked that because if we wanted to keep them to use them somehow, then that duct tape we would have to use to fix the canoes. And so we would
Yeah.
want parachute.
That
We would
also
want
could-
parachute cord to make the, to make the beds or whatever we're gonna carry the dude with the broken leg.
If the canoes are broken and damaged, we can use them as firewood. But yeah.
Burn them.
Make a smoke signal. I don't know.
Yeah.
What about the
Yeah, so
float?
I would say number 7, parachute cord.
Okay, Durian?
Yeah, I should quote at 7 and adjust it.
Okay, Josh?
I'm
So
good with
because
that.
here, like, I'm sorry, we're kind of between parachute cord and so what would
As long as you
probably-
guys are good at knots. I'm not very good at tying knots, so as long as someone else is, paracord's good with me.
Okay, so you said
You-
parachute cord? So Jandra, what would be your number 7? We're kind of debating between the tape and the parachute.
What are the options for number 7?
Mhm.
What else?
It is, well, what was your original number 7?
Mine?
Yeah,
The 6 flotation devices.
yeah, me too. However,
What was your thinking with that one, Yendri, on the flotation devices?
Jump in the water and keep going.
Let it carry you downstream rather than the canoes.
Well, the canoes are broken. I'm not planning on using them if I have flotation devices. I don't know.
Agreed. I agree.
I don't know. We can do the cord. I don't mind. Water, the fire, and the food. So the rest. Hi, we have the map. So I already.
okay, Michael?
Well, the duct tape would probably be number 8 to patch up the hole if there's a hole in the flotation device. I don't know, I'm just thinking.
Sorry again, what was?
Well, you know what? We could use the personal flotation device to
Sorry, Dorian, I couldn't understand you. There's some small issue with the sound. Could you please type it?
did we decide what number 9 was going to be?
So sorry, I'm lost. What's number 7? A cord?
You haven't agreed, actually.
Oh, okay.
Typing that. So,
What you guys put for the baby? Because I put a number 6. I don't know why, maybe.
So, well, we're
Can we
just,
post the scores that we get?
oh, thank you, just type in the order. Okay, number 7. Probably we could just decide on or the, so which one would be number 7 and which number 8 for you, Cooper?
My actual thoughts, if we have the parachute cord as 7, I feel like that, I mean, for me, I think if you had the parachute cord 7 or the duct tape, you wouldn't need the other one. You would only need one or the other. So we could use something else as 8 that's more important, because the parachute cord, if we use the parachute cord to make a gurney or whatever we're going to carry him out on, then, you know, we could use something else for 8 that would be more important than the duct tape, because the duct tape would really, you know, it would serve best for patching the canoe or, you know, patching something, but we're not going to be using the canoes anymore.
Right.
So
Yeah. Okay, so number 7, parachute cord.
I think so, yeah.
Parachute or the duct tape?
Can I throw something in there for the parachute cord? I think the parachute cord is also valuable because, you know, it says that there's 30% water in this region. You know, it doesn't just mean lakes. Maybe we come up on another river. If we have parachute cord, you know, you can tie a rope to a tree and then you can go to the other side, one person, and tie it. And then, so it has multiple uses. But once you use the duct tape, it's gone, you know, you're not getting it back.
Right.
So I think parachute cord has a little bit more value than the duct tape.
Okay. You're kind of persuading me, but I just remember that we have one guy with a broken leg. So if we want to move, we should immobilize his leg.
You can
Probably that
You can do
used
that.
for that on the cord.
Well, and Dulce, that's what we were saying with the gurney. When we're traveling, we're going to use the parachute cord and 2 branches from a tree, and you wrap it up so that the person can lay down and they're not moving at all, and we're carrying them out. So the duct tape, we're not going to do anything to immobilize their leg, but we're going to carry them so they're not going to have to use their leg.
Right.
Okay.
And Josh is the one with the broken leg anyway, so he can deal with it.
Yeah, I'll deal with it.
Okay, Michael? What would you say?
I'm agreeing with that. I think 7 would be the cord.
Okay, yeah.
I like the idea.
I would say next after that, we take the clothes. And then after that, everything that's left is kind of the small things.
Yeah. I think number 1, like Yandri said, we can count the yellow frisbee as number 14 right off the bat. I think we can put a 1-4 on that one.
Yeah.
I agree.
And the whiskey 13.
I mean, shoot, Josh has got a broken leg. Maybe the whiskey can help keep him quiet a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll go out happy, huh? You guys will all be slaving away. I'll be having a good time.
It'll heal the
I
pain.
think whiskey and number 6 because that can help to with the injuries. You know, people that have bruises and cuts, and you don't have nothing else. You don't have alcohol. You don't have anything to put on it. So I didn't put whiskey that far away to have it at number 6.
I think that would be a good idea.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, we lost Dulce.
Oh no, our group leader.
We agree with something for number 7. Do we have the parachute cord?
Yeah, 7. I think we agreed parachute cord.
Okay.
And then 8. Do we agree clothes?
Close to number 8.
But it's wet.
Still dry.
It's raining.
Today, maybe not tomorrow.
And that's one thing it did say on the weather forecast, whatever, on our case study is it usually alternates. One day it's rainy, the next day it's sunny, and then the next day it's windy. And so
Okay.
if it's raining today, then tomorrow's going to be sunny, and then the day after that's going to be windy. So
Towards the end, it predicted that. It said we can't verify that.
You cannot use that tape for the broken leg?
you could use the tape for the broken leg, but we were just planning on doing some type of a gurney type thing and carrying them rather than making them walk themselves.
See. All right.
But I think my thought would be either clothes or whiskey is 8, and whichever one we didn't go with is 8, the other would be 9.
Right.
Because either clothes we could dry out, or whiskey we could throw at 8 and then close at 9, and we could, use clothes. Shoot, you could hang them by the fire and let them dry, or something.
But the fire is out by now.
You can throw the whiskey in the fire and get more fire.
Yeah, I'm good with that. Whiskey 8, whiskey 8, clothes 9.
I say whiskey 8 and close 9.
I'm good with that.
Yes.
All
Let's do
right.
that.
Dulce, any opposition?
So, I started just I couldn't hear you. I lost connection for a while. So you're talking about whiskey number 8, and
Clothes number
what
9.
was the other one?
Then are we gonna do the repellent at 10?
Okay, whiskey number 8 and clothes number 9.
Yeah, does anyone think we're going to use a fishing pole? Like, would it be good to have it along the way, get some duct tape, get a fishing pole, or are we just not going to use a fishing pole?
Yeah, we can use the duct tape for the fishing pole. We try to eat, I don't think what we have is gonna be enough for the many days.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't think
That's
Yeah,
my
I
opinion.
totally agree with that.
I don't think a fanny pack's going to feed 6 people for 4 days.
Yeah.
So if we did like duct tape 10 and fishing pole 11,
I was just thinking the same thing. And then I would do insect repellent,
flotation device, and then
that flotation device, and then
frisbee.
frisbee, the beautiful frisbee. Watch the expert put frisbee at like number 1 as a signal or something.
Probably.
Little do you know, the frisbee's a comfort device to help you like not stress out and be able to make it through.
Helps you cope.
Exactly.
Okay, so is duct tape number 10, and then the fishing poles?
11.
I'm good with that.
Hey guys,
We forgot the bug repellent.
okay, this thing, that's the personal flotation, 10 or 11, because we might need those to get the water.
I agree.
What was that, Durian?
Since you brought up the fact that there's like 30% water on our trip here, personal flotation devices to help the injured people get across the water. So it'd be a lot easier to maybe float them across them would be to
Okay, so sorry, Suzanne, listen. So you guys said whiskey brigade.
Should we put those flotation devices at 12 and 13 bug repellent and 14 our frisbee?
I think so.
What would be number 9? Sorry.
What was that?
What was number 9?
Number 9 with clothes.
Okay. Number 10.
I think we agreed on duct tape.
Well, was Durian trying to say we should do the floating
Yeah.
devices somewhere
That's
else?
what I
well, I just was saying if we can move it a little bit better, because we could use that to float the injured people down. We can use it for braces and stuff. Used to it, and we're giving it credit for it.
Well, what if we put the flotation devices? I agree with that. What if we put
do
the
too.
flotation devices at like 9 and just bump everything back one?
I can do that.
All right.
Fine, I have it.
Yeah, I agree
Okay.
with that.
So the renumber would be 9 flotation devices and clothes.
clothes.
And 11 would be duct tape. 12 would be
And
fishing
12, the
poles.
fishing pole.
Uh-huh. And then 13 would be the bug repellent.
Yep.
And then the 14 was that frisbee we talked about.
Oh, sorry, what's number 13?
Bug repellent.
Okay, so everybody record the numbers in your table. Because now we are going to do some but before to doing so, I'm going to give you a brief review about what the experts rankings are concerning the items was recently. So very quick. Number 1, they agree that is duct tape, and I'm going to read it. Of the same because it is the only way to repair the canoe. It can be used to patch up the 10 teeth and to fix the broken gunwales. Other uses for the tape, which the experts say is essential on any such scrape to repair the fishing poles and to use with large stakes to set a temporary split for the broken bone. Lastly, it can be used to fashion a makeshift pan to boil water. However, caution must be used to keep the tape far enough away from the flame and to not allow the water to get, the adhesive will melt. Okay, number 2. The personal flotation devices. These are useful mostly because they help keep the body warm. They can be worn as best to keep the torso warm or used as seat pages or pillows on wet or cold ground. Right now the clothes are all wet. Even with the personal flotation devices are wet, they still provide warmth. Number 3 would be the map of the area. Well, can you please, in the columns D, as I read them, please type in the numbers. So again, number 1 would be the duct tape. Number 2, the personal flotation devices. Number 3, the map. Okay, number 4. Number 3, map of the area. Essential for the 2 people striking out to get help. It would be almost impossible to navigate out of it. The coach also makes the map useful as a makeshift umbrella. So number 4 would be sleeping bags. So you please type in number 4. And important to keep warm, both for paddlers and well as those staying behind. Even though the bags are wet, they still provide some warmth since they are synthetic. It is important to dry them out as soon as possible though. The bags can be used day or night for warmth. Number 5 is matches.
Sorry, what was number 4?
The sleeping bags.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Number 5 should be the matches. And it says, to start a fire as soon as the drizzle or rain stops or drying out the clothes. And begin drying out the clothes. The extra set can be dried out and put on at the time that some people strip down and get into the sleeping bags while their clothes dry. Fires can be started from the plentiful wood pieces in the area. The first is important for cooking purposes, also as well as providing warmth for the group. If the weather had not started to drizzle and look like it was going to rain soon, then matches would have been 3 in order to get clothes and sleeping bags dry. Number 6 would be food. Okay, so number 6, food. There isn't much. It will still be very helpful. It must be divided and rationated so that it doesn't run out quickly. For those staying behind, it is hoped that within a day fish can be caught. However, in the meantime, the food that remains should somehow be protected from bears. Number 7 is clothes. So, the set of clothes for 3. When it stops raining, the extra clothes need to be dried out, and 3 of the remaining people can wear them. This greatly helps chances of survival. For keeping dry increases warmth. Dry clothes are even more important than securing additional food to eat. Number 8 is the fishing poles. Once the duct tape is used, the poles should be fit for fishing in the lake where northern walleye and lake trout fish can be caught and cooked over the fire. A stick may be used as a spit to roast the fish, or the makeshift pan from duct tape can boil the fish. Number 9 should be the parachute cord. This has many uses as a line to dry clothes. The bushes can be used to secure the food in a tree away from bears, and if the duct tape runs out, the cord can be used for splitting the leg and for repairing the gunwales in the canoe. In order to do this, poke the holes near either side of the top using the jackknife. Pull the cord through the holes and tie it securely. Number 10 is the repellent. For protection from mosquitoes and black flies, which are both persistent and thick, as well as good ticks and dirt ticks, which often spread Lyme disease. Number 11 is the water tablet, the water purification tablets. Is it important because the water in these areas is often not pure. P-U-R-S-E. However, the disease to worry about the most is Giardia, a protozoa in the water. It takes 2 weeks to take effect in the body, but by that time, everyone should be home. Water can also be boiled. Number 12 is the frisbee. And though it was brought for recreation, it actually has some survival value. One use is to heat water in it, being careful that the heat does not melt the plastic. Fish can be boiled in it as well as can hard candies and waters to provide a warm liquid for the group. The frisbee can be used to fan the fire through blowing on it works too. And it can be used for recreation to ease the tension. Number 13 is the compass, the magnetic compass. And this is not as important as the other items because the paddlers are well equipped to navigate the lakes with the map. And number 14, the whiskey. It says, some may think that it's useful for energy or to keep warm, but actually it has the opposite effect and it should be only used as a last resort for pain, broken bone, because alcohol causes dehydration, and hypothermia, getting colder. After drinking alcohol, the blood capillaries expand initially. The driver feels warm, however, heat is actually being lost, and later there is a sudden feeling of being very, very cold. So those are the numbers. Now we're going to compare it very quickly with yours. Each and every one of us are going to kind of make a sum. In the E column, we are going to record the numbers that we have from C minus 6, but as an absolute number, which means an absolute value, which means that if you have -2, you are only record the 2. Okay, so please everyone fill that in because we also are required to compare them.
Sorry, I didn't understand this last part. What we have to do under E, column E?
You take on E, Yendri, you take, just like it has in parentheses, you take your score from column D and subtract it from the expert score in column D. Sorry, our group score from column C and subtract it from the score in column D. So like the fanny pack as a group, we put 4. As the expert, he put 6. And so our score in E is 2. It doesn't matter if it comes out to a negative. Like Dulce said, it needs to be an absolute number. So if it's a negative, then that means it needs to be a positive. So like,
So I have a question.
yeah,
The floating devices, we pick number 9 and the experts are number 2. So that's gonna be 7.
right. So we can go down it. So E, fanny pack should be 2. Plastic covered mat should be 2. Floating devices should be 7. 2 fishing poles should be 4. The clothes should be 3. The yellow frisbee should be 2. The water tablet should be 9.
Okay.
The duct tape should be 10. The whiskey is 6. The insect repellent is 3. The matches is 4. The parachute cord is 2. The
7.
compass is 7.
7.
And the sleeping bag is 1.
Okay.
And then you do that same thing on F, but using column B and column C. And then the same thing on A using column B and column D. What it has in parentheses.
Sorry, and F, I have to do which columns?
B and C.
Oh, I see. Okay. And the other one, B and D.
Yep, right.
All right.
Okay, thank you. So now we're going to
Can we get
please
those
fill
emails to us?
in tables.
Hey guys, can we get C and D emailed to everybody so we make sure we have the right answers?
We could probably email it out, Durian, if you want. Once we get it done, I can post mine on our group email so everyone has it and you can compare them. But our numbers for column A and column B, they're going to be different.
Okay.
And for column F, the only ones that'll
Right.
be the same is C, D, and E.
Okay.
But once we get it done, I'll upload mine so we all have it. I'll shoot it out.
Hey, thanks.
Okay.
Okay, when you finish, please let me know.
when we finish to do this?
Yes, please.
I'm done. I got disconnected. So I got on video.
Okay. Michael, you're next.
So just, I'm uploading my file right now, guys, just so everyone has it. Again, there's the columns A, B, and F are going to be different for each of us. So the only ones that should be the same are C, D, and E.
Okay, please record the sum of your columns A, E, and F. Which might be. Yes. Well, the group score should be $62. Okay, so what was your individual individual score, Gendry?
Sorry, I think I'm a little lost because I got disconnected. For the individual score, what I have to do, just add everything?
Well, you just can copy and paste them into Excel and use the sum function.
All right, let me add it and you ask the other guys while I add this.
Okay. So we're somewhat slow today. Dorian, what was your individual score?
I don't know if he's still there or not.
Okay. Well, Michael, have you finished your sum?
We all need to submit our own.
Yeah. Because all of our numbers are going to be different. besides just the group scores.
Mhm.
Okay, so the group members should be all the same.
Yeah, all of our group scores are going to be the same, but the individual score and the persuasion score is going to be different because that's based off of what rankings we gave on the items.
Okay. And then
I have mine just in case.
Column A and column F. Ready?
Me?
Yes.
I have for individual score 64.
64. And do you have the other number for column F, or haven't done it yet?
The persuasion score? Thirty-six.
Okay. So for Cooper, we have 52 and 34. Michael, do you have yours?
I'm still working on it, sorry.
Okay. Or Gloria, do you have your numbers? Well, we've been like working on this. There are some things that still we have to compare, but what do you think, guys, if we can all email our activity? And because we need to post some numbers in the discussion, because we are going to compare it to the rest of the groups.
I don't even know what we're doing. Oh.
As I said, we're still, also we are missing Josh. So how about if we email our numbers so we can get the average numbers? And we can finish the meeting.
Okay. And if anyone needs help, I can help you if you need help with anything. I mean, do you know, Dulce, if we can end the meeting, but then we can still stay connected?
Oh, yes, we can.
Okay. So yeah, I can. I mean, if anyone still needs help figuring out the table, I can help them. If Yendri or Michael or Durian need help.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll get
No,
my,
I have all my numbers, so I think I'm okay. Unless I added one.
I'll get mine over to you.
Okay,
in a little bit.
we have your numbers.
Are you good,
Durian?
Mike? You just need to add them up. Or do you need help figuring out how you subtract them?
Yeah, perhaps I can send an email. Because, yeah, we're still missing Josh's scores anyways.
Yeah.
So, thank you so much, people, anyway. I want to mail everyone with some final about the table. Well, it was kind of interesting activity, but it was kind of long. Thank you so much, everyone, for your participation, for your ideas, for your help. I'm gonna start recording now, but we still have to agree on the group leader for next week. So I'm gonna start recording. I'm gonna start.